Is it possible that's what you said?
No, would never say that. Like, there's no place for that in our league. Wouldn't say that.
So even though you can't remember, you know that was not what you said.
I know it wasn't that because I wouldn't use that type of language.
Okay.
Sentiments of this kind are contrary to the principles of inclusion and respect that form the foundation of our diverse, multicultural, and multi-ethnic league. They simply have no place in the NBA. Effective immediately, I am banning...
Reports just dropped and they're shaking up the entire sports world. Brittney Griner has been completely removed from the WNBA, and the reason behind it has everyone stunned. Sources say a set of leaked medical records popped up online for less than a day, and the documents allegedly claimed she was born male. Before anyone could even process what was happening, her name vanished from the WNBA's official roster with no suspension, no public statement, just a quiet, almost secretive removal from the top down. Fans are going wild, and the league isn't saying a word. People are split right down the middle. Some are saying this was long overdue, while others are calling it a straight-up attempt to erase her existence from the sport.
And pioneers of the game, like Earl Lloyd, Chuck Cooper, Sweetwater Clifton, the great Bill Russell, and particularly Magic Johnson, I apologize.
Brittney, on the other hand, is reportedly furious, and insiders say she's pointing the finger directly at NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Those old rumors about her voice, her height, her time locked up in Russia, things people used to brush off as gossip, are now being treated like they were proof all along. What's worse, many of the folks who used to defend her are now completely silent, which is raising even more eyebrows. This doesn't look like something that happened overnight. This feels planned. Like the league had this exit strategy ready for months, maybe even years, just waiting for the moment to strike. If you think this entire mess is just about gender, think again. There's a bigger play at work here, and whatever the WNBA was trying to keep under wraps, they might have blown it wide open themselves. And here's the kicker. This all started after that viral Caitlyn clip. What began as a simple trash talk moment turned into a full-on storm, and now the conversation has shifted completely. Nobody's arguing about fouls or sportsmanship anymore. They're all asking what the league is really hiding. They were tearing Brittney Griner's entire life apart in record time. One moment it was people saying she was out of pocket, and within hours it flipped to she was never even supposed to be in the league. Then came the so-called evidence, a random Reddit post with no name, no source, just a blurry cropped screenshot claiming to be her medical records. The image alleged Brittney was born male and transitioned young, and somehow that one shaky photo became the ultimate proof for every rumor that's been floating around since 2013. The leak spread so fast the league couldn't keep up. Here's a clip of one TikTok user laying out his unfiltered opinion about the Griner drama and what fans are really thinking.
With Brittney Griner in the midst, people are actually speculating, hey, this probably really could have happened because a lot of people believe that Brittney Griner is not a female. A lot of people believe that Brittney Griner is the first male to play in the WNBA.
But even as the video racked up views, the league stayed dead silent. No press release, no denial, not even a weak attempt to slow down the rumor mill. Instead, things started vanishing left and right. Her name disappeared from the Phoenix Mercury's All-Star campaign. Her jersey was pulled from the official team store, and the WNBA quietly wiped her from their homepage. Insiders whispered that her eligibility was being internally reviewed, and by the end of the week, she was off the active roster completely. Then Adam Silver's name got dragged straight into the fire. Word on the street is he saw the same leaked files, and instead of trying to deal with it privately, he allegedly gave the green light to push her out. Here's Adam speaking on the so-called ban, which only fueled the outrage.
Effective immediately, I am banning...
Now, fans aren't just asking if the leak was real. They're questioning why the league waited this long to act on something they clearly already knew about. This doesn't feel like panic mode. It feels like a setup. And everyone's realizing one thing. This theory didn't start with that leak at all. People have been giving Brittney Griner the side eye for over a decade, and that leaked screenshot just gave them the perfect excuse to finally say what they've been holding back all along. From the very start, fans were calling her too strong, too tall, too masculine to be a real woman. And when those shirtless photos of her hit the internet without being removed, suspicions only got louder.
Of her.
Swaggy.
Brittney. Let me see something real quick. Brick! Thank you! Get the out of here, yo! Yo! Jab stepping, it's the brick. Swing and a miss!
Oh!
Yo, I ain't gonna fake it right now.
Swag is down for the count. Let's get it.
Got my hand right here.
Oh!
Other female athletes can't post content like that without getting flagged or banned, but Brittney, her posts stayed up with no problem. That's when the whispers turned into full-blown theories. And if you think people are just speculating, look at this topless video of her walking with a certain swagger. Viewers are pointing out there's nothing feminine about her chest area. Then came the Russia arrest, and things exploded. She vanished overseas, and the rumor mill went into overdrive with wild claims that she was being held in a male prison. Nobody confirmed it, but the story spread like wildfire. There were no official statements from her legal team, no verified info from prison officials, and the WNBA stayed completely silent. And in moments like that, silence can be louder than any statement. That's all it took for Reddit threads, TikTok sleuths, and conspiracy channels to start digging up every old photo, every interview, every press conference, analyzing it frame by frame. The wildest part, the league just let it happen. They were even using her as the face of their Pride Month campaigns, celebrating her return from Russia like a hero.
Start off with the Mercury. Thank you so much, everybody with the Phoenix Mercury organization. All the hard work, long hours, everything that y'all did to, for me, my wife, my family, getting me back home, being there, supporting me, letting me know that I wasn't alone. It means everything to me, to everybody. Vince, Bryce, Jim, coach, everybody, the players. It goes all the way down to the people that keep this building running.
Just like in this clip right here, fans had been stitching this story together for years, and all the league had to do was stay quiet a little longer, and it might have stayed hidden forever. But now that the so-called truth is out, people aren't just questioning Brittney's identity, they're also asking what the WNBA and NBA knew and for how long. At first, the anger was aimed squarely at the WNBA, but then one name kept coming up in the background again and again. Adam Silver, according to multiple sources. Once those leaked medical records started circulating behind the scenes, Adam Silver stepped in almost instantly. And insiders say it wasn't about league policies or official rules, it was all about optics. Sponsors were on edge, fans were already split, and the league's golden star, Caitlin Clark, was catching heat for drama she had nothing to do with. People close to the situation claim Silver didn't want this mess overshadowing All-Star Weekend. Executives were allegedly told to handle it quietly, which in WNBA language means cut Brittney loose fast and don't let it blow up in public. This wasn't about what Brittney said, it was about what she symbolized to the league, a scandal the NBA didn't want to touch with a 10-foot pole. Remember, Silver's got his hands in everything: player conduct, sponsorship deals, the league's image, and even its long-term strategy. He's no bystander. And the fact this all went down during a record-breaking season, that's no coincidence. Many believe it was a calculated reset, a way to start fresh without Brittney in the picture. Silver even admitted that big-name partners were beginning to question their ties to the league. And if you missed it, here's the clip of him saying it.
And cause current and former players, coaches, fans, and partners of the NBA to question their very association with the...
While the public was still arguing about whether the leak was even legit, Silver was already making moves behind the curtain. Brittney was quietly pulled from WNBA press events, and you've seen the footage of her walking out of interviews mid-question. It's all part of the same play. It's not like Brittney was going to get a heartfelt send-off, but what's shocking is insiders claim she wasn't even told directly. Word is she discovered she'd been cut when her name vanished from the league's database, like it was scrubbed from existence. And here's the kicker. If Adam Silver really had nothing to do with it, wouldn't he have distanced himself by now? Because if the league acted without warning and with Adam's full blessing, then Brittney Griner wasn't just removed, she was erased. Sources say Brittney's already called in the lawyers and is looking at possible legal action against the league. Her team believes there's a strong case for wrongful removal, especially if this was based on private medical information that was never meant to be public in the first place. Remember, when she first entered the league, she passed every single eligibility check without issue.
Women's basketball. Girls have to stay in college 2 years or 3 years?
4 years.
Oh, they got to do all 4.
4 years.
Ooh.
They got to do all 4 years. You have to be a senior you have to be a senior or completed, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, or be the age of, you know what I'm saying? A senior. You can't have any more eligible, you know what I'm saying? You have to play 4 years in the NCAA in order to be eligible to go to the WNBA.
So now fans are asking, if the rulebook hasn't changed, what exactly is the league accusing her of? That's the question people can't shake, but the deeper the digging into those leaked records goes, the murkier it gets. Because even if the documents are authentic, they might not say what everyone's claiming. The public is treating that leak like it confirmed everything. She's a man, case closed. But that's not what the papers actually show, according to insiders. Behind the scenes, sources are saying the leaked document didn't outright state she was biologically male. Instead, it allegedly pointed to ambiguous genetic markers, something closer to an intersex condition, or even long-term hormone therapy starting in early childhood. But here's the wildest part. There is no single line in those files that says born male. That's a narrative people filled in themselves. And even if all of that is true, it still wouldn't violate WNBA rules. The league has never required gender testing, never enforced policies about biological sex, and never once set specific standards for hormone levels. So if that's the case, why the sudden purge? That's the question haunting everyone watching this scandal unfold. Part of the league's eligibility checklist is simple, but here's the thing. Some fans are absolutely convinced those documents were leaked on purpose just to make Brittney Griner look like a fraud. This wasn't about transparency, they say. It was a setup from the jump. And as soon as the league tried to sweep it all under the rug, the fans did what they do best. They started digging and pulling receipts. What they uncovered painted a much bigger picture, one that wasn't just about Brittney. It was about how the WNBA has treated any player who doesn't match the image they want. People immediately started bringing up Liz Cambage's situation when she called out racism within the league and was slapped with the problem player label instead of actually being heard. She even tried to clear the air in interviews.
Report says that you called the players monkeys and told them to go back to their third world country. You have vehemently denied these reports.
Yes.
But there is also a group of people that say that you did say these things. Why are these stories so drastically different?
A lot of girls don't like me. I don't really lean towards racially backed insults. That's not how I go. I'm very pro-black.
Like this one right here, but nothing worked. She was pushed out of the narrative just the same. Then there's Skylar Diggins-Smith, who fought through serious injuries, gave birth, and still ended up getting sidelined by her own team without a clear reason. These cases weren't random. They were part of a pattern that's impossible to ignore now. Here's a fan's take on Skylar's situation that's been going viral.
Now, this was a quote that she said. She said, "I know I may not be everyone's cup of tea in that locker room." Why is there always drama with this girl? And I thought the caption here was interesting. She's like, working on improving myself, not proving myself.
Brittney's story fits right into that same cycle. Fans are now circulating old interview clips showing her looking visibly uncomfortable, especially the ones that ended abruptly. Like this one where she just walked off mid-question, leaving the reporter stunned.
Johnson. BG, right now you have 10 points, 5 rebounds. We see the Atlanta Dream as being very... Right now she's talking to the refs about holding. We're going to send it back to you guys.
We're gonna send it back.
We're going to send it back to you guys.
And while Brittney was quietly being pushed further and further into the background, Caitlin Clark was being placed front and center. She's been featured in every major ad campaign, protected in every headline, and marketed as the unstoppable future of the league. And get this, her rookie season isn't even halfway finished, but the contrast between how she's treated and how Brittney's been handled is beyond obvious. Brittney Griner was always labeled as too much, while Caitlin Clark was perfectly packaged as just right. And that shift didn't sit well with fans who've had Brittney's back from day one. People started asking the hard questions. Why are players like Griner expected to carry the league through every controversy, only to be pushed aside the moment someone more marketable shows up? One viral post captured the frustration perfectly. This will not end well for the WNBA. And honestly, it's hard to argue with that. What's making the entire situation worse is that the league still hasn't addressed a single thing. No clarifications, no corrections, no explanation for why Brittney's status changed so suddenly. And the longer they stay silent, the more it looks less like a decision and more like a full-on cover-up. And if that's what's really going on, Brittney's next move could blow this entire thing wide open. If the WNBA thought she would just walk away quietly, they clearly underestimated her because Brittney Griner doesn't back down easy, and if she's going down, you can bet she's not going alone. This could change everything we know about how the league operates. What do you think about all of this? Do you think Brittney's removal was planned from the start, or is the WNBA just scrambling? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this with everyone you know, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next update. Trust me, you're going to want to see what happens next. See you on the next one.